I'm really hoping that this year's celebration is gonna be mostly chaos-free, but I guess we're gonna have to wait and see.
It is the first time in over a decade that this iconic celebration comes to downtown Chicago.
We're headed to Grant Park for the official celebration of Mexican Independence Day here in our hometown of Chicago. People who gather to celebrate on September 15th every year in Chicago, regardless of whether or not the city hosts anything official. But it is worth noting that it's been a really long time since the city actually hosted anything. How long do you think?
I mean, as far as I can remember, it's like 15, 20 years, but according to the website, it says it's been 10 years.
A decade, so that's what we said, but
no matter what, people still keep hanging out here and bringing out their music, especially because, you know, everybody's so prideful and happy.
Yeah, so regardless of whether or not the city's hosting anything, people are coming out with their flags. Yes, girl. People are coming out with their flags, they're cruising, causing scenes, noise. I would call it pretty chaotic, wouldn't you?
It is chaotic, but it's, you know, it's el orgullo mexicano. Like, it's
Some
just
people,
you want to bring it out and, you know, show it on full display. Show everybody that we're here, you know?
I love that. I love that. I feel the energy, but not everybody likes that.
No.
I think a lot of people in this city are bothered by it. They don't like the traffic, the noise. But this is the one day a year we get to come out and make noise and be who we are. But sometimes people take it too far. They go beyond the noise making and the cruising. Feel like the smoke, the revving the engine and causing more pollution, that's a little extra. See, it's like there's pride and then there's, what are you doing? This is how car accidents happen. Come on, guys, behave. There have been times where Chicago gets out of hand during the Mexican independence celebrations. What can you tell me about that as someone who's a lot older and can remember those days?
And I used to come here with my parents all the time. They used to bring us here to El Grito down in Grant Park. But sometimes people used to bring fireworks, you know, too much drinking happens. You know,
fights break out, I imagine?
Fights break out because people start throwing fireworks at people's feet. So it got out of control. You know, when people drink too much, things get out of hand, car crashes, innocent people being hurt.
Se portaban mal.
Yeah.
There are people who were misbehaving and they ruined it.
Not me, because I was a kid.
Right. There are people who ruined it for the majority. And I believe, that's my understanding, that's why they haven't done it in so long. So I'm surprised they brought it back.
Well, you know, now they're charging $10 for you to participate. So of course you're gonna make money, especially when you know there's hundreds and thousands of Mexicans here in Chicago, no?
Not just Mexicans, we got lots of Central Americans, Guatemalans, Salvadorians, Hondurans,
whom are also celebrating their independence.
Venezuelans. I got all Latinos coming out to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, which starts today.
By the way, we are Jenny and Kevin, two Mexican Americans from Chicago who have been reconnecting with our roots in Mexico the last 4 years.
So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and check out our videos of life in Mexico. The United States designates the month of September 15th to October 15th as the National Hispanic Heritage Month to celebrate its populations of Hispanic heritage, of which the vast majority are of Mexican heritage. El Grito Chicago is a celebration of Mexican history, culture, gastronomy. This two-day celebration hosts a musical lineup filled with banda Los Sebastianes. You've got bandas coming in from Michoacán, Durango, Sinaloa, as well as local talent like Grupo Vanguardia.
Earlier today, the community of Little Village, Chicago, aka La Villita, hosted their annual Mexican Independence Parade that hosted about 400,000 people.
Hundreds of thousands of people line the streets here in Little Village for this annual tradition, which is now 53 years old, and as ever, it did not disappoint.
It's a special occasion where we all just come together and celebrate the culture, be happy, and just go all out.
This year's theme is Celebrando Nuestras Tradiciones, celebrating our traditions. And what a rich tapestry of tradition it is, float after float, showing off the traditional music and dance of different parts of the country, state after state, showing what makes each of them unique, but also part of the same rich culture.
My family is from Mexico, and every time I just love hearing about their stories over there.
With ever more ways and places to celebrate Mexican Independence Day around the Chicago region, the Little Village Parade is still the largest and most traditional, not just here, but around the Midwest. This year, it was estimated around 400,000 people were in attendance.
That's just Mexicans. We love to party.
We weren't able to make it to that celebration, but we're super excited about this celebration in Grant Park because it's been so long since we've been able to do Viva Mexico here in downtown Chicago.
¡Viva México! What does Hispanic Heritage Month mean to you?
It's about being proud of yourself and who you are and who you come from, and just being proud of your culture.
Hell yes.
It means to me heart, soul, family, and we all love each other. That's it.
Hell yeah. Puro
It's
amor.
family.
Puro amor. You
It's
got love.
It's three colors. Green, blue, wait.
We get confused. You know why? Come here. What does Hispanic Heritage Month or Mexican Independence Day mean to you?
I think both are really just about celebrating our cultures and being prideful. It's a day to really just be united with family and just celebrate all of the multicultural and like ethnic communities we are within the Hispanic culture.
¿Qué significa este día para ustedes?
La independencia de México, nuestro país, donde
Un día para estar orgullosos de quién somos.
¿No es,
de
para,
dónde
no,
venimos.
no es para la peda?
también,
También,
también. Por eso venimos.
Pero definitivamente un día para enseñar el orgullo que tenemos de ser mexicanas.
Ándale, ¿ustedes viven
¿De
aquí?
dónde venimos? Sí, somos nacidas
Nacidas
aquí.
que yo
Pero
también.
gracias a Dios, nuestros padres son de México.
Orgullosamente de aquí y de allá. ¿Cómo no?
Exactamente.
¿Cómo no? ¡Viva México, cabrones!
¡México!
Gracias.
Gracias.
Bellas. You know why we get confused, right?
No.
It's because everybody somos de aquí y de allá. That's why.
La verdad que tres colores. Verde, blanco y rojo. Significa amor mexicano. Nos queremos, nos amamos. ¡Arriba!
¡Salud!
Pero el azul, ¿dónde está?
Aquí, mijo. Aquí está. We're here. Somos de aquí y de allá, compa. Es que es la verdad. Bien.
La verdad.
Mexicanos.
No importa dónde sea, no importa de venga, lo que importa es que te diviertes, la sangre llama.
Órale, mi
Sí.
amiga italiana mexicana.
Mexicana y con amor de todo.
Con el amor para todo. ¡Viva México! Woo! Would you agree that having events like this help you feel more connected to it even though you don't get to go back as often?
Yeah, I would agree so. I think sometimes like you're in corporate America, you're not either speaking Spanish or connecting maybe with other people of Hispanic culture. So it's really nice to just a day to be prideful and remember home.
And remember home. I love that. Jose, you're Guatemalan, right?
Yes.
How does it feel to be surrounded by so many Mexicans?
Man, it's great actually. All of my friends are Mexican, so I'm familiar with the culture.
He's supposed to say that.
But I'm a little bit jealous because I'm Guatemalan. Our Independence Day is today on the 15th. It tends to be overshadowed because we share with other countries. But we didn't really have this like patriotism, you know. So I wish we were more united as Mexicans are. I'm loving it. I love everything I'm seeing here.
That's awesome. But you know, I see more and more Guatemalans and people from other Latin American countries moving to Chicago. So pretty soon, y'all are going to have your own celebration at Millennium Park across the street. But in the meantime, we're happy to have you around.
Thank you.
For not having hosted this festival in 10 years, I will say it was not bad. There were food and drink vendors, artists and crafts market of products from Mexico, and of course, lots of dancing. We arrived too late to catch the artists on the main stage, but enjoyed ourselves at the DJ stage. As you can tell, it certainly brought out the Chicago in us. At 8:45 p.m., they started the official civic ceremony with some ballet folclórico, a group of Chicago children, and Ballet Folclórico de Chicago. They spent about 25 minutes giving thanks to politicians, including speeches from the Illinois Lieutenant Governor and the Mayor of Chicago.
I just want to say that Governor Pritzker and I are so proud of all of the many contributions that Mexican Americans make to the state of Illinois. And we want you to know that you will always belong here. You will always have a home here. And we will always stand up to make sure you have what you need. So thank you, and Viva Mexico! Viva!
And then came the actual Mexican civic ceremony, presented by the Chicago Consul General of Mexico, Ambassador Reina Torres Mendivil.
Mexicanas y mexicanos, vivan los héroes que nos dieron patria y libertad. ¡Viva! ¡Viva Hidalgo! ¡Viva! ¡Viva Josefa Ortiz! ¡Viva! ¡Viva Morelos! ¡Viva! ¡Viva Leona Vicario! ¡Viva! ¡Viva Allende! ¡Viva! ¡Viva Guerrero! ¡Viva! ¡Viva nuestra comunidad en Illinois! ¡Viva! ¡Viva México! ¡Viva! ¡Viva México! ¡Viva! ¡Viva México!
Mexicanas al grito de guerra, el acero apresado y el bridón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón.
This was super chill. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought people were well behaved. Definitely not like the effect that you have from experiencing it in Mexico City.
Not the same at all.
But you know what? I think it's time for you to answer what you asked everybody else.
What does Hispanic Heritage Month mean to me?
Yep.
Well, here's the thing. We live in a society that loves Mexican food, that wants our cheap labor, but then blames us for stealing jobs. I think Hispanic Heritage Month is a reminder that we're so much more than that. A reminder to the USA that we matter, that our culture is beautiful, and more than just an opportunity for profit and appropriation, because you know there's money to be made with celebrations like this. In this society, existence in resistance, and we're here for it. Viva Mexico!